they spent their whole life taking care of other people. So they had to maintain their family, they maintained their home, they had a job, they really stayed busy worrying about everyone else. And oftentimes I think that's why a lot of men die younger, is because they didn't worry about themselves like they should. Um, so they had this whole life of taking care of others, and then it's time to choose a senior living community, and they feel like, well, this is the end. There's nothing left for me. So you have to look for a senior living community that's going to help them rediscover a purpose, rediscover a talent, and have something to look forward to each day. Because it really doesn't take too long before they make a buddy. They go on a fishing trip. They do something they realize that they hadn't done in a long time with us, and they're a part of a community again. And so they come around. Everybody will sing the same song. We'll all say that we have a good senior living program, and we'll all say we've got a men's program in there. And it's important to investigate. Where one community might say we'll go fishing, that could be string on the end of a stick over the top of a shower curtain, and they call that fishing. You come to a community like Highgate, and we say we go fishing, and that really means we're going to go down to the dam, or we're going to go on the river, or we're going to sit on the dock, and we're going to fish. And chit chat and have a good time, and maybe drink a beer while we're doing it, and be guys. So come in and see, are guys really attending these events? Are they getting something out of it? I would challenge any adult child to go in and really look at that first, so that you have something to offer your parent. Everybody is in it usually for the right reason. We all have a heart for seniors. We all want to do our best. So you have to look at a community and the resources available to them. And at Highgate, we provide the resources to our team members to make sure that we have a good program, especially for our guys. The beauty of coming here is they can still participate if they want to. There's still stuff that you can do at Highgate or at any senior living community if they do a good job of involving you, but you don't have to. That's nice. And at least here, it's generally a safer environment to do those things that you liked to do. You can still work in the garden. You can still plant flowers. You can still grow vegetables. You can still hang things on the wall. You can fix a crooked door if you want to. There's still things you can do, but you don't have to. And there's a lot of beauty in being able to choose. Oftentimes, Dad's pretty stubborn, and that's often the most difficult thing to get past. I built this house. I'm going to stay in this house. Uh, but it's really helpful to impart upon them that their safety is important. It's rare for a man to say, "I think it's time. I'm ready to go." So you have to be vigilant in helping to manage the care and the safety of your parent, especially your father, and recognize the signs for them. And so it's not often that they'll come and tell you that it's time. You kind of have to help them make that decision. Start having this conversation with Dad early, and expect him to say no. Expect him to give you a hard time. But be honest, share your feelings, share your concerns, and start that search early so that you don't have to do it out of a place of crisis. And involve him in the process. Take him to an event, have him come fishing with us, or attend a ball game. But involve him, start early, and expect that it's not going to be a quick process. If your dad is home alone, oftentimes they're eating frozen foods, or they're eating the foods that you're bringing to them. Their world often becomes just what they can reach from their armchair. So bringing them in where they can get some nutrition and some good sustenance really goes a long way toward improving their overall health. And we find that just the socialization involved in coming to meals does a lot for the mental happiness of men. What I've noticed is the most intellectually stimulating activity that our guys participate in is what they were doing before they came. They get up early, they go to the local coffee shop, they sit there and chit chat and tell stories, talk politics, and just act like regular guys. You can do that in a senior living community too. We have men's groups, and we really do a good job of making sure that there's not anyone hovering over them. They've got their coffee or their beer or whatever appeals to them, and they just shoot the breeze and talk about current events. And that I think really helps to keep someone pretty active and stimulated. It's never too late to make new friends. That's part of living in a senior living community. Oftentimes, everyone's a stranger to start. So we go out of our way to have ambassadors for our new residents, men and women, to introduce new residents. So we'll sit them at a table with folks that we know are pretty receptive and engaging, and then they introduce themselves to each other and take them around the community. It's very common for uh, romances to bud at Highgate or in any senior living community, and you should prepare yourself as the adult child of a man or a woman that your parent might find someone or meet someone. Uh, Companionship, the need for companionship doesn't go away as you get older, and so uh, the ratio of men to women is nice for guys because you come in and there's a few women to meet. You know, there's some people to choose from. They do say that a man's home is his castle, but they also say home is where the heart is. So if you can go somewhere and find purpose in your life and feel like your old self and maybe gain some independence, then of course where you live, what you have there is your home, and it's going to feel like your castle because you're there and you're living a purposeful life.